Okay, welcome to the pre-reading section for DBG, the end of Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. So why am I giving you pre-reading when I've given you translations for Chapters 3 and 4? And that's because it's kind of complicated, even in English. Okay, part of the reason Chapter 4 is so daunting, even in English, is because of all the names that appear. So let's write them out, make sure we know who's who. We have the Helvetians, the Helvetii, and then there's another tribe, the Sequani, and then we have a new tribe that Caesar mentions, which is the Aedui, because, you know, there are lots of tribes in Gaul. Okay, Caesar talks about the various leaders of these tribes as well. We've got our good friend Orgetorix. Orgetorix, it's time for dinner. I don't know if Orgetorix is a cool name or not. That's for you to decide. But it's probably slightly more appealing than this guy, Casticus, who is a member of the Sequani tribe. And then Caesar also tells us about this guy, Dumnorix, the Aedui. Okay, do not freak out. This is not the Dumnorix of Cambridge Latin course, our old friend Dumnorix. This is some other guy with the same name, Dumnorix. Okay, so we know that Orgetorix is the richest, most popular guy among the Helvetians. Casticus is kind of like a buddy of Orgetorix, and Dumnorix is also a buddy of Orgetorix. Casticus is significant to Caesar because he is the son of, get this, Catamantaleotis. Can you spell that 16 times quickly? Okay, so Catamantaleotis, he is like the king of the Sequani, or, well, since he didn't have kings, he's like the chief of the Sequani. Big guy. And he is the daddy of Casticus. So, Catamantaleotis est pater, Casticus est filius. Okay, so that's their relationship. And then Dumnorix is also related to another Gallic chieftain. Dumnorix is the brother of Diviacus, who is the leader of the Aedui. Now, both Diviacus and Catamantaleotis are allies of Rome and Caesar. So that's not so bad, except the fact that Orgetorix is like, hey, let's go take over the world. So he talks to Casticus saying, Casticus, would you like to eliminate your father so you could take over the Sequani territory? And then Orgetorix goes down to Dumnorix and he says, Dumnorix, your big brother is probably not as cool as you are. Maybe you should help to eliminate him to take over the Aedui kingdom. And the three of us can be an evil axis that bothers Rome. So that's the nuts and bolts of this plot that Orgetorix has with Casticus and Dumnorix. Now, you should note that he pulls this off because, remember, Orgetorix has been put in charge of getting the Helvetians ready. So instead of just doing what he's supposed to, he kind of uses his position to send these ambassadors to Casticus and Dumnorix, but they aren't representing the Helvetian state. They're actually just representing Orgetorix. Now, Casticus and Dumnorix are not necessarily successful in their plots to get rid of Catamantaleotis or Diviacus, but instead, they just kind of start causing trouble. And Caesar is giving us all these details so that we can see how evil Orgetorix is, because here he is trying to corrupt the allies of Rome and causing trouble among the Gallic states. So all of that stuff happened at the end of Chapter 3. In Chapter 4, Caesar tells us what happens when the Helvetians find out about Orgetorix's sneaky plan. A couple things to note. The justice system was kind of interesting because if you're convicted of treason, they have this nifty phrase, igni cremarentur. Okay, and that literally means to get cremated by fire. So if Orgetorix is found guilty, he's supposed to get burned alive because, you know, Gallic justice is kind of nifty. They have a couple of other interesting phrases here. A familia. That's not just Orgetorix and his family, but it's anybody, probably even his clients, people who are associated with him. So when he tries to do his jailbreak, he gets help from all of his buddies and people who owe him favors.